Marketing indeed. You are in the right place at the right time because it is time to revolutionize your marketing. My name is Sue Roskoff. I am here with World of Ability Podcast Network. And on Fridays, we have the one and only John Petros Sr. joining us for Revolutionize Your Marketing. He is Mill City Marketing MA, and he has a wonderful guest joining us today. So I am so excited to see what is to come. John, so glad to see you again. Come on in, and I'm handing it over to you. Have a great show.
Thank you, Sue. Good intro as always. And welcome, folks, to Revolutionize Your Marketing. I got to give it that little spiel. As Sue said, I do have a couple of guests here tonight that I'm going to be bringing in. Um, it is the beginning of a new year, and it is also a very special year for the United States. Um, 250th birthday of the United States, along with the 200th birthday of my city right next door to me that I was born and raised in, Lowell, Mass. You got to throw those little bits and pieces in there, folks. So let's bring in my first guest, JoVaughn Ewing. Come on in. My little
Hey, everybody. Thanks for inviting me, John. Really appreciate it. And Happy New Year to you folks. My name is JoVaughn Ewing. I'm based out of Colorado, and I am also affiliated with the marketing industry. I do all types of tech in our marketing industry, whether website design, graphics, branding, as well as photography and some aerial drone work. And I am coming to you by way of the Navy. Used to be a civil engineer, but now I love marketing, I love creative works, and I love to see businesses shine. And I also love outdoors, so that's why I live in Colorado. um, that's all I have right now, but I'm here for the group and interested in the rest of the podcast and meeting everybody here.
So let's tell people what it was like to transition into marketing from what you were doing.
Yeah, that's a good question. So transitioning from being an engineer and a planner into getting into marketing has been a very interesting, colorful path. It's something that industry doesn't really receive very well because you don't have a lot of that on your resume. So my the biggest, I'd say 80% of my work effort wasn't the technical. It was actually going out and finding clients, small businesses, doing passion projects, a lot of doing business development, building relationships, a lot of industry trade show work, going to just kind of meet people there where they are, right? And
Yeah.
um, really, the biggest struggle has been the pain of learning not to tell people what you can do, but wait to find out what their pain points are, what their problems are, and be the solution provider for them afterward. So, in a nutshell, that's been my journey. Still working on that, but it's coming along. It is working pretty well so far. I get more and more clients and more leads every month and every year. So it's just been growing. It's been fun doing it. But I will tell anybody who is transitioning to take that lesson early from me and from others who've gone there is be the solution provider instead of going and telling people what you can do or your resume, because not everybody really needs to hear all that. They want to know more about what it is what problems you can solve for them, and you can't just act like you know their problems. You got to listen to that too. So listen first, be a good listener, be a good partner. Think of them as partners and not necessarily clients, and hopefully they'll think of you the same. So.
How have you been able to find your clients the best way?
So actually, it sounds crazy, but I've gotten a lot of clients just from doing passion projects for friends and people within my network. So I've got a lot of family who are entrepreneurs. So doing like a logo for them or doing a web page or doing some social graphics or something for them. Photography has been my biggest entry point. So I've done branding photography and headshot photography or even just commercial photography for various small businesses. And true story, I probably about 50% of those clients that I actually now have for bigger work came from Thumbtack. I kind of just signed up as a contractor, did some either graphic or photography work for commercial, like jewelry photography or food photography. I got a restaurant as a client of mine now, that got some subsequent work, and I started off just doing photography for all their dishes for them. And then one day I popped back by there, and then the images that I took were literally decorating their store, and their window. And so I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. I feel honored because I've never seen my work being used like this. But also, they needed other services, and they already trusted me. So that's been my biggest entry point, is photography and using like services like Thumbtack.
Okay. So the name of that
And I will
site is,
say,
yep.
very platform based. Like, it was a platform. So since I did this as a side hustle for the first few years, I used the platform to market me, like to get me out there,
Um, so that's been working good for you using Thumbtack.
Yep, Thumbtack or Fiverr, something that's going to market me for me while I'm not there, right? Especially if I'm working a 9 to 5, I have to do something to get my name out there. So,
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm struggling with right now. It's been really, it's been slow for the last couple of months for everybody. I've been finding out
hmm,
on getting, but from what I've heard, it's like that every year around the end of the year because of the whole, from Thanksgiving right through New Year's.
hmm,
Everybody's busy with the holidays and everything. So it's picking up again now. Uh, I'm
yep,
even finding that for myself.
yep,
Uh, uh, I not only do just ads on social media and things like that. I spread out. I've gotten into live stream TV commercials,
hmm,
and more recently, ads on radio stations that are on the iHeart Radio network.
hmm,
Um, so those are things that I've added on that I can offer that a lot of marketers don't. Uh, it's kind of like getting an edge in the industry kind of thing.
right.
But yeah, and I'm finding out a lot of people are getting more interested in especially the live stream than social media.
Hmm,
Uh, I've been finding out, hearing from people that people aren't on social media like they used to be a few years back. Uh, and the way uh, cable TV's been going, with prices increasing, a lot of people just going to live streaming what they want to watch. Um, and when I connected with Paramount, I didn't realize Paramount had so many different channels. They even live stream the NFL. How many people realize that they can watch NFL on live stream on Paramount? But
hmm, yep, yep, yep.
so there's a lot of different ways that marketing is going nowadays. Uh, and like I said, I had radio. Radio's coming back. Um, social media is going down and radio's coming back. It's kind of like we're going backwards. Only going backwards, we're adding new age things like AI.
Hmm.
So it's like going backwards with a twist of the future.
Yeah. We know history repeats itself, right? So
Yeah, that it does.
how it is. I think
And
Freda was looking to chime in.
yeah, all right, let's bring our second guest in here. Freda, I'm not even going to attempt the last name, Freda S. How we doing, Freda?
Hi, everybody. Yes, my name is Freda Schellingerhoudt. And it's a mouthful, so I don't expect anybody to remember how to say that. I'm doing fine. Thank you for inviting me. Happy New Year to all of you.
So let people know what you do and how you get to do it.
Okay, well, I don't know, maybe I should share a little bit about me. I've been married for 44 years. I have 4 grown children and 7 grandchildren, and they bring me a lot of joy, but I also get joy out of helping other people. It's my heartfelt desire to help everyone any way I can. And so what I do is I'm on different platforms to disrupt the health insurance industry. And I know that sounds like a big task, but we're actually making some progress with that. So when you take the profitability out of healthcare, that chunk, if you take that chunk away, you're actually blessed with healthcare that cares about you and your well-being. So much so that we have given every one of our members a free wellness visit, a free wellness checkup every single year for every member of their family. And on top of that, or with that free wellness checkup, we also give them each $150 towards diagnostics for labs and whatever. So it's just a breath of fresh air, because I was able to help people drop their bills. Like one gentleman, I saved him $19,000 for the first year alone. He was almost in tears when I showed him how much I could save him. He wanted to come through the screen and give me a hug. And then he went away. He went away and he used it. And about 4 months later, he comes back and he's shaking this card at me. He says, "This card is like magic." He says, "I've had no pushbacks. I've gotten all kinds of things done. It's the best coverage I've ever had." And he says, "I don't want to be your customer anymore. I want to be your business partner because more people need to hear about this." So I've got like a bit of a list of stuff that I can go through, but I'd rather find out from you what it is you'd like me to share.
You can share whatever you feel needs to be shared.
Okay.
Part
So
of this program that I have is letting people get the word out about what they do and let people know what they need to hear.
right, right. Okay. Well, I didn't want to come off salesy because I'm really just here to help educate people that there are alternatives. And especially with all the subsidies going away, there's people that are going from $50 a month all the way up to $1,500. And some of them, even one person had a quote for 300. He was paying 300 on a normal basis. It went up to $3,000 because of all the subsidies going away. So we're able to genuinely help people. I did it the opposite way. He was paying 2,200 and I dropped it to 628. And it wasn't because subsidies, because that was already a year ago. So I just love helping people. And with our program, they can choose which doctor or hospital they want to go to. There's no such thing as a network. The networks are all owned by pharma. Big pharma owns networks. They put doctors in boxes. They put clinics and pharmacies in boxes. And I'm able to show them a different plan, and our full transparent back office, it's run with AI, knows enough to take a little bit from everybody's account to make sure that the bills are paid. So we pay our doctors faster. We pay them even like regularly more than traditional insurance pays them. So some of them are getting paid within 10 days. We've been approved by the Mayo Clinic and Presbyterian Hospital in New York State. New York City had tweeted not too long ago saying, "Thank you, Impact, for paying your bills so promptly," because we pay them within 10 days from the time that they've seen our members have seen the hospital or gone to the hospital. So the No Network is a breath of fresh air. If you know that there's a specialist in the next state over that handles your particular condition better because your brother-in-law recommended them, you're welcome to go over there and get the help you want with the provider you need, and we will help you. We're also like if you travel, we're also offer emergency health care wherever you are. So one of our members was in Canada skiing and they broke their leg. They got all the treatment they needed in Canada, and then they got sent, when they came back to the US, they did the MRIs and the testing and all the rest of that there again, because they had really fractured their leg. But it's just, it feels better and it works better than traditional insurance does. And we have programs for individuals that start as low as $74, for families that start at $378, and our seniors start at $98, and that's a supplementary plan. They have to have Medicare A and B, and then we shore up that gap coverage for only $98 to start off as a 65-year-old. Now, I've run across several seniors that are paying $300 and $400 for the Advantage, the Medicare Advantage plan, and it's with different companies, but we have the same coverage for $98. So yes, we have a small deductible of $1,000, but if you put away the amount of money you're saving, that $300 for 3 months, there's your $1,000 just about, to then cover your deductible if it happens. But you don't need to have paying all that, because you don't need it if you don't really need it. Like if you're not going to the hospital, or you're not going to, you're paying all this money, your $400 a month or more, you're paying out of pocket. Yes, it comes out of your Social Security check, but that's still your money. Whether they choose to spend it on an elaborate Medicare Advantage plan, or you come on a program with us, it's the same coverage. And we're able to help people save money and leave more in their pockets. It is what my goal is. I do have a little, I have a little screen that I can show, just comparing the differences. Let me just, oh, I didn't do that right. There's that. Okay, and now hit share with my Zoom. So these are just the points that traditional health insurance has a high monthly cost. Ours is a savings of up to 50% per month. And a lot of times that one particular gentleman that I did the quote for, that was well over 70% that I had saved him. Ours has a lower deductible. It's only $2,500 per household. And then you have we have a rewards program that if you're buying vitamins and supplements, you see a naturopath or a homeopath, or you even have a gym membership or Pilates classes, swimming lessons, even protein powder can be, you're already buying it. You just save the invoice, you upload it to our portal. They will give you a credit of $150 a month towards your deductible. So you're almost actually being able to buy down your deductible with things that you're already doing, such as vitamins and looking after your health. So that's the as low as $750 with the health and wellness option. Again, no network. You're not stuck in a network. We have lower copays, lower co-shares, lower provider fees. For us, an emergency visit, an inpatient emergency visit, is only $150. No insurance company, they all start at $500 anyway. So we have an industry-leading prescription program. So it's a wholesale prescription program. A lot of our prescriptions have just been reduced to zero. Anything under $10 is now zero. Included is a 24-hour a day, 7 days a week telehealth. No provider, no fees at the front end, no fees at the back end. We offer this for migrants. As long as they have an ITIN number, they can be a member. Even those that are from Guatemala or Mexico or Canada that are working within the US here, that you could become members. And then you have the travel included. Dental and vision plans have also been included with no extra cost, because we are a not-for-profit, but we are not allowed to be at a certain threshold. As soon as we get over that threshold, we have to find something else to give to our members. So a few years back, everybody got an email saying they weren't going to take their premium in November and December because they had enough money in the reserves. Now we find other ways to give more to our membership. And this one is the dental and the vision that's been given to our clients to keep our money down below the not-for-profit. And then this one last thing here is 100% of claims have been paid to date. So it's refreshing to be able to say that. I'm just going to end share and come back to the Zoom.
So I can see where you said that, yeah, you can save a lot of money with that program.
It's I just love helping people. I just love being out here and stirring up the pot. So I'm able to do this in 47 states throughout the US. And yeah, it's helping people. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to get back to that screen there with us.
So yeah, like you were saying, um, my personal insurance comes out of my Social Security check,
Yes.
and that just went up to $202 every month.
Yeah.
And yeah, I could use that $200.
You could find better things to do with that $200. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's it's frustrating because, you know, like if we had the name insurance in our title, we would have far more people hopping on board. Right now, currently, we are the fastest growing privately owned healthcare in the US. And we're in a not-for-profit. So we are operating in the sharing space. You've heard of all kinds of different, there's MediShare, there's Christian Share, and all kinds of sharing organizations that exist. And they've been around for 40, 50 years. And so we're in that space just so that we don't have to get the government meddling in it. So we have paid millions of dollars to be added to the payer ID system that all insurance companies run on, that all insurance companies bill through. So anybody can directly bill Impact. So you just need the payer ID number from the back of your card. So sometimes you'll go into a clinic and they'll say, oh, we don't accept any insurances except for Blue Cross, and you know, they'll name off a few, and they just said, just enter the ID number and you'll see what comes up. But now we've gone a step ahead even, and as soon as you become a member, you can actually, we can do the concierge service for you, where we will actually connect with your provider and say we want to prepay for John's medical visit. He's just become a member with us, and we want to prepay for his yearly medical visit. We want to prepay for the $150 towards labs and diagnostics. And then they're all like, oh, okay, great. You're going to prepay before he even comes. And it's like, yes, here, let us show you how to do that, right? And so, you know, they're blown away by the fact that we're going to give them money before they even see the patient, right? And so that way the doors are opening, and we're able to show them how to do it through the payer ID system, and they're quite happy to take the money for you. And then the next week when you come in, they'll go, do you know what? Your company actually prepaid for your visit today. And it's like, yeah, I know. So yeah, it's fun in some ways.
That's kind of like being legally bribed.
Yeah, yeah, kind of, yes, yeah. So
yeah, I could see a lot of doctors saying about the paying it. Yeah, sure.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
It just, yeah.
So
Did you have some questions for me, or anything else you'd like to know about?
not right now. I will definitely have to get back in touch with you one
Yes,
on one.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, I can I say my phone number or my email that people can get in touch with me?
Yep. That's what I was
Okay.
going to do.
Okay,
Just let people know the best way to get a hold of you.
yeah, so
Sure.
the best way is either on WhatsApp or straight texting. It's 519-802-3903. And remember, the country code is 1, same as, yeah, all the way through. And I am able to help people in 47 states throughout the US. If you're in Washington, Rhode Island or New Jersey, I'm sorry, at the moment, I cannot help you. You can use the services in that state if you're passing through and you need help, or you're visiting, you can use the services in those states, but I'm not allowed to actually sell it. Something to do with the state and not having the word insurance in our name. So
Little technicality.
yes, I know.
Let's see. JoVaughn, you want to come back in?
Sure.
JoVaughn? Yeah, come on back in here. And do you have any questions about insurance? Have you been listening?
No, I've been listening, but Freda and I spoke a few weeks ago, actually, right after that Alignable event. Unfortunately, January has been super busy, so I haven't reconnected Freda, but I really appreciate our dialogue right after that meeting and connecting on LinkedIn, and I'll be in touch.
Yeah.
There you go.
We
Two
got more
people
than a few
getting back in
friends that need
touch.
some healthcare.
Yeah, well, there's two sides of this. It's like, yes, I can help other people, but what I would also love to do is help other people put money back in their pocket. Because if you become a member or a representative with our program for your own health care becomes 100% deduction against your taxable income. According to the IRS rules, when you become an impact representative, you can take your whole impact charge for the whole year against your income because it's now classified as a demonstration tool. So you need to bring it into your house, use it so that you can then demo it to others. Therefore, it becomes 100% write-off against your taxable income. And that's right with the IRS rules that you can use that as a deduction. So people that become involved, the whole thing comes back to you because it's a tax write-off.
Yeah. And for JoVaughn and myself dealing with businesses, I'm sure there's a plan that you guys have for businesses too,
Yes.
for employees. So that would be a big advantage for them.
Yes, because most companies or employers have been quoted somewhere between $800 and $1,000 for just the employee. And we come in and we say a whole family can be covered for $600. And they're going, the whole family? And it's like, yes, so that would give them a break of already $200, between $200 and $400 for just the one that they were doing. Plus now they're getting a very happy employee because it can cover the whole family. Right? And the employer can become the broker of record and get the commission back on all these services. I make a 4% override because I've introduced you, but you guys get to make the up to 20% on the revenue that's generated by that particular service. So it's a business opportunity. It also helps people get more money in their pocket in a different stream, but it can save the money just being a client. So there's multiple aspects of this. And so, I would just love to share it with anybody.
Yeah, definitely. We will have to get back in touch with you.
I would appreciate that. Yes.
That would be a kind of a boost for both of us, me and JoVaughn, to get clients. Said, hey, not only can we help you out with marketing this way or that way, it can also help you save money to pay for your marketing.
Yeah.
You're muted, JoVaughn.
Apologies there. Yeah, it definitely helps to have a network and like a partnership with firms and other professionals that are very, very useful, like things that people really, really need. I hate to say it, but not everybody needs a brand new logo, but everyone and their mom needs healthcare. You know what I mean? So things like that is always a bonus when you can be the provider for something they're already looking for.
Yeah. So,
They're fresher. They're fresher.
So
all right.
I'd like to ask a quick question if it's possible. I
Yep.
mean, you've got time for that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So how is it, and maybe this is open for both of y'all, but how is it, are you finding success with your marketing strategies? Has it been word of mouth? Has it been digital ads? Has it been just happenstance? You find some clients that need something, or are you doing a significant amount of paid marketing?
For myself, it's just word of mouth, and being on platforms such as Lineable,
Mhm.
and LinkedIn, just looking at people's comments or whatever that they're griping
Mhm.
about or concerned about, and then we can reach out and say, hey, I might have a solution for you. So it's time consuming, but it's definitely rewarding.
Yeah. As for me, in the past, it's been paid ads. I've got a couple from the Alignable platform, um, which, by the way, little commercial here, folks. If you have a business and you're not on a platform called Alignable, you should be, because a little over a year ago, there was around 3 million businesses across the US and Canada on the platform. Now, in a little over a year, that's increased to about maybe even a little over now, 9 million businesses. Uh, a great networking platform to meet other businesses. Uh, and if you want to learn more about it, I'm an ambassador in New England up here for Alignable. Get a hold of me. My email is millcitymarketingma@gmail.com. You can find me on the Alignable platform. Just type my name in, John Petros Sr. Uh, while I'm at it, if you like this podcast and you want to see some of my other podcasts, simply go onto YouTube, type in Mill City Marketing MA, and you'll see some of my other podcasts in there. If you go on, like and subscribe, and you'll get notified. This podcast is every Friday, as Kurt will say later, live at 5 Eastern. Um, speaking of Kurt, let's bring Kurt in and see if he has any questions. Kurt, my favorite co-host.
I do see with the Zoom features that JoVaughn has his hands up. JoVaughn, was that by accident or did you have a question?
No, I can wait till you're finished. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically, like let's take impact health sharing. You know, inherently it's a movement when you look at the history and how it started and how it's growing and how it has a footing and a fitting in what we need to make shifts in our healthcare systems to make it more economical and solve the issues of people not getting services when needed, such like this.
Yeah.
So I like to think of five high yielding questions. So I think impact health sharing, I'm thinking, if I'm going to check in, if this is something that somebody's interested to discuss and have me refer to you, Freda, I think of, do you have health insurance is one. Do you like your health insurance? Do you like the service you're getting through your health insurance? Do you like the options that are provided with you with the insurance? Does it work well for you financially in terms of the timeliness of the response that your insurance company gives you? Because the idea is as consultants, you know, we have the opportunity to show the person that we're in a discussion with that we have a relevant viewpoint, of their circumstances, and we're coming in with a resource, a potential solution that may be of interest to them, and
Mhm.
all we can do is ask. So I kind of think of that to to practice the art of referral to, kind of help make sure I'm on I'm in the right place to suggest to Frida. So I end up saying something like, well, I think I have something that might help you with that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
what I do in my conversation is if they don't lean in, then I figure I got to do more to, understand, you know, where I'm just on the fringes or they're just being polite listening. Because to me, anybody who legitimately would go through stuff with you, Frida, when I say I have something that might help you with that, they would lean in and say, "Oh yeah, what is it?" You know.
Yeah.
And when I get any type of response like that, that's ergo a good time for me, Frida, to reach out to you and let you know about my friend and do a professional business introduction. So that being said, Frida, how are you experiencing this? Because when you're in an educational position that most all people that you meet don't know about impact health sharing and the membership format that it is unusual because as you said, Frida, everybody's just expecting like insurance is the only way
Yeah.
to do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So how does that look for you, Frida? How do you experience that and what kind of reactions have you been getting?
Well, I've experienced that a fair bit, but we have like a weekly Zoom gathering. And today we had over 40 people on, and they're all sharing about how this is working for them, what they're finding, and how much it's been a benefit to them, and how fast they got in to see that, to get their testing done and all that. So it's a wonderful forum to get feedback for people that are not familiar with it, because it works exactly like insurance does. It just feels better. And in our experience and in our we know right now is that it works better than insurance as well. So because we're paying, claims and they're being paid within 10 days. And doctors are thrilled by the fact that they don't have to wait 6 months with haggling back and forth with an insurance company. It goes through a repricing program with Impact, and so it's a whole department. It gets repriced and gets spit back out. We use an awful lot of AI and the technology. They know what the prices are supposed to be for these different code numbers, and it'll spit back exactly what they're going to get paid. So yeah, it's a refreshing, it's a wonderful place. It's kind of like a wave that we're riding, and as like you said, it's catching on. People are looking for alternative ways in which to get healthcare coverage.
All right, excellent. So with that, JoVaughn, you were very good to wait until I brought forward my part. So, did you have a question then?
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And my question was more along the line of what I asked before, kind of a continuation, a little bit off topic of what we're saying. But I just like to ask the room, what was, if you have any business that you've just partnered with and they are looking to initiate or get into a specific niche or market, what are the top one or two strategies that you use or that you've seen for them to come in and start seeing growth in their clients and better quality clients? Like, is it this podcast, or was it, some social media marketing, or did you do like a big ad or something like that in the newspaper? What was that thing that really changed your marketing strategy for positive growth, for getting bigger clients and bigger projects?
Good question. Peter, you want to take a shot at that?
Well, me personally, I'm only doing it through word of mouth. We were given an AI tool from the company, and that is now kind of an assistant. It's like go high level, but it's on a platform called NowSite, and so we have AI that's educated with all the questions impact. So we can now post on social media, and they try to wrap it around the things that I put in as my likes, but I need to play with it a little more and to be able to learn how to use it to the best of my ability. So,
Okay.
Name of
Yeah.
that you said?
Now Site is the platform. It's
Now
similar,
site?
yeah, Now, NOW, and then SITE.
Specific to like health service providers or
No,
to
it's no,
consultants?
no, it's just another platform similar to High Level. It does your
Mhm.
CRM. It's a CRM on steroids. It's your contact manager, like your sorry. It can do your scheduling. It can do all sorts of stuff. And this is only 1.0. They're bringing out 2.0 at the next conference, I'm assuming. And then they're going to add more things for us. I really want it to be connected to my calendar so that it's smooth and easy across all the things that we use. So
Awesome. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, you're welcome. It ranges in around $30 a month, but with us, it's covered with our business support fee. So
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. With me, it's pretty much, I've got people I partnered with now, and talking to prospective clients, it's the more I can offer them through the help of other people, the more they're interested. And if I add Freda on to my partner list, we'll talk about that. That'll be another feature that I'm sure business owners will really be interested
mhm.
in.
Yeah, like I can mention one company had 22 employees. We saved them $220,000 for the first year. That was more than the profitability in 2024. So small businesses really appreciate hearing about us. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do any company or any employee group under 50. If it's over 50, I have to ask for an assistant from an insurance professional that works with us. But anything under 50, we're able to handle ourselves. So
Okay. Good to know. Um,
90% of the businesses in the United States are small businesses, and that's what makes the US run is small business. It's
yeah. The US was founded on
yeah,
small business.
yes, yeah.
Uh,
They
and
help build the US. Mhm.
it kind of looks like the bigger businesses are kind of like working their way out, shall we say? Uh, but good. And anything else, Kurt?
Well, the thing that I've always worked with is, you know, is I've tried to bring to the table, a flair, a knack, something a little bit distinctive, and I think that's an important marketing piece that, like whether it's marketing services or people meet a lot of people, trying to help them in health in general. Obviously, impact health sharing is a little bit more, on the practical side, which deals with the broad stroke of it all. But no matter what it is, like with however many impact health sharing representatives there are out there, if someone is able to meet another impact health sharing rep, and then we got Freda here, what is it that draws people to do business with Freda or like with podcasts? People can guest on a podcast, just about anywhere. You can look up podcasts and offer to be a guest and do it, so we're here with, John. So, what is the distinctive element that people like? And, everybody's got their different flavors. It's like seeing all the cars down the road and whatever. So, that's where a lot of people talk about marketing is, do you know your avatar? Because like impact health sharing, you can offer it to everybody across in the 47 states, and it's quite a wide scope, so the thing that they recommend and, I put to practice from time to time because I'm like everybody, I want to help everybody, but once in a while you play to your knack, so um, in marketing and sales, they talk about that they buy you, the person, first. So building the relationship and things kind of build from there. So, and
yeah.
there's the element of facts tell, stories sell.
Mhm.
So I try to come with different things going on and stories. I'm a water skier. I'm a disability ally. I'm a ambassador for a veteran service organization. So that's affinity and cause marketing. And I tell people I like marketing through technology and events and through the financial industry. Just a particular gentleman got me motivated to think about the power of invitation. So, like John inviting the two of you to this podcast, is something that he's doing that not everybody on Alignable is doing. Not everybody's allowing you to come on a platform, a virtual platform, and talk about marketing, talk about logos, talk about impact health sharing, but John is offering that, providing that, giving a value. And I think at the end of the day, like JoVaughn had said, as much as I can talk about my water skiing and all that stuff, that's not what matters. What matters is how that might connect to the other person. So it's an outreach and an inreach and providing that connection. And I talk about how customer service is a part of marketing as well. I think a lot of entrepreneurs forget that or maybe never thought of that, but that is reality that what you do when somebody is interested in you and having a conversation. A lot of social media marketers will say that don't just go out there and put out about impact health sharing. If somebody's reacting, keep the conversation going
Yeah.
so that you're feeding their appetite, or striking up conversations on LinkedIn and a lot of permissive based marketing strategies, so it's very centered on the whim of the other person. Like
Right.
Freda, when you came on, you said, I'm not here to be salesy. You more were ready to respond to John what he wanted. And I think that's the real key because it's the old thing of, you know, people don't care how much you know,
Until they know how much
they
you
want to
care.
know how much you care.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to
And I think
feel
that's,
how much you care. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah. So John, where do you want to go from here? We're in the final minutes.
JoVaughn, you want to let people know how they can get a hold of you?
Absolutely. I'll stick it in the chat. I'm going to do two things, a phone number and a LinkedIn. You can save my phone number in my LinkedIn so you can just kind of know me more professionally. And then after that, if you reach out on LinkedIn, we can kind of exchange notes and I'll give my website and some other stuff. So, but definitely send that over in the chat. But right now, the website is trailblazerdesign.co. It's focused on real estate media, construction, progress monitoring, things like that. And then also I'm on LinkedIn under JoVaughn Ewing. Freda and I have already connected, and I think I may have looked up John's LinkedIn maybe during the Alignable event. I'm also on Alignable as well, so I'll get you those links here in just a moment.
Okay. And if anybody's interested in coming on the podcast, you can get a hold of me. Again, my email is millcitymarketingma@gmail.com. Want to check out my website? It's millcitybusinesshelp.com, and business ends with only one S. Little typo error. But hey, things like that happen. It makes it unique. Let's put it that way.
Does it, sorry, does the chat actually show up with the podcast or not really?
That all gets added on after the show.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, but once the show live is over, we'll go back in post-production and make it available to the viewers who are coming back. The
Perfect.
play on demand part of the, part of the, part of the, YouTube channel.
Yeah. Whoops.
Okay, that should do it for me. Again, folks, every Friday, live at 5, like Kurt likes to say. That's 5 Eastern time. For you folks on the West Coast, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Bonnie,
Good.
and thanks for inviting me. You
Thank
guys
you
have
for
a good
coming.
weekend and go Broncos.
There we go. Go Broncos. We'll go with it.
Go Pats.
I just put my other website in the chat. It's findallsavings.com.
Thank you for coming, Freda. It was
Thank
a
you for
pleasure.
inviting me. Yeah. Appreciate it.
And Kurt, close it out.